Alright, we are back from our break, and the party has returned down to the lower level. There was some talk about which barriers you guys wanted to go through, but Lafdul was also thinking about scouting out first. Is that still the case?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Alright.
Yeah, if you want to scout out, it'd probably be best to
Alright,
scout.
I'll scout out with my...
You're invisible?
No, I'm not going to rely on it, because Erevan frowns upon relying on his powers.
Do you want me to come with as invisible?
I'm just...
Did you take find traps?
No.
There might be still areas that we haven't explored.
If there's any chests, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
Are you trying to move silently and hide in shadows?
Yeah.
Move silently is what percentage?
60.
Okay.
My hide in shadows a lot less.
Hide in shadows is?
It's like 45, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Old.
Yes, Solas.
Was the invisible
40.
barrier that the Illithid have before this intersection or after it?
It was during this.
It was up at the end somewhere. Lafdul will find out when he gets up to the intersection.
It was like, bang. They're still dead.
Yep, you don't see any movement.
I'm just checking.
Okay.
Seems good. Checking the other way. Alright. What was? So I need to zoom out.
That's fine.
It's Lafdul and Lava doing this?
Nope,
No,
just
I'm
Lafdul.
going over there.
Yeah.
They're all dead. They all look dead.
Yep, you're just seeing piles of bones everywhere. Or rotting corpses.
Oh, the barrier's gone. Oh, the elephant did that. Where was that? Or the golem. Oh. Alright, now I go back to the party and tell them barriers are gone. And the elephant corpse was still there because I saw the icon.
You think that was the Illithid corpse? It was mostly just acid-washed bones.
Alright. I go back to the party. I'd say the barriers are down. I think the elephant made them. Mindful.
Oh.
They
Oh,
were on
that's
the timer. So everything looks as dead as it was before.
Okay, so what do you need
Go.
to
No, we just go up. We just go up as a group.
Are we going to the secret passage, or are we going to the area where all the barriers were? Pigma says.
Hmm.
I would be more interested in checking the area that had more barriers. That seems to be quite important.
Alright, in case the elephant...
The secret passage won't go anywhere.
You want me to move everyone there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that the area with lots of barriers is something to do with the Illithid. And the secret
I
passage
think
is somewhere...
was its lair.
I think the area with the secret passage might be somewhere the Illithid didn't know about.
Yeah, he just created... You should learn how to make that spell, Leva, if you can.
I think we should head
Seems awfully useful.
Let's head to the hidden passage
Which
first
one?
and then head to the area with barriers.
I don't know, that barrier spell, it seemed like, I don't know, a useful spell. You should... I don't know if this elephant's got a spell book, but it seemed like it'd be an awfully useful spell to learn.
Is the Illithid's corpse still there?
There are some bones in approximately the right position.
In half a... Actually, is the corpse separated in half?
Yeah, it's disarticulated bones. It's not like a skeleton.
You didn't find any traps at the doors, if I remember correctly. I think you scanned the
Yeah,
area.
but we didn't check past the blue barrier.
No, but you checked the doors though, did you? Old?
I did check up to the blue barrier, but not after it.
Not, you didn't check the door.
He
search
checked
for
in that direction. He did not detect any traps. Whether the barrier prevented the detect trap spell from going beyond it or not, he doesn't know.
I will do a standard action of search for traps. And
I have find the traps active, so I will check the doors.
you did take it. Oh, there.
Alright, well, while Lafdul is checking for traps, Solas casts a spell. The spell does not reveal any traps. Lafdul, do you want to continue checking?
No, I will attempt to open the door, see if it's locked.
The doors do not budge. So I should describe a little bit about what you're seeing here, actually.
Braxon's
You
going to guard
are
this door.
seeing... where's my description of this? Hold on a second. Alright, so it's a pair of heavy wooden doors, and you're pretty sure, Lafdul, that the doors were once covered in gilding. That appears that it has been stripped off at some point in the past.
Probably a spell component.
Above the door, you see an inset carved image of a mountain peak, and there's a further recessed slot that you're pretty sure once held a large gem, but it is not there now.
Could I roll gem cane to figure out what kind of gem? Maybe, guess.
No, you can't tell from an impression. Because
Oh.
you can...
Is it a faceted gem then?
Yeah, it's a faceted gem.
Has anyone got any gems on them? I don't think I put gems on there. Yeah, I would have suggested putting a gem in there. Can I attempt to open doors?
Don't you carry a bunch of gems?
Yeah, the doors don't budge.
Not. I see if I search for hidden levers and stuff. I see if I can work out the mechanism.
You are not seeing a locking mechanism.
Can we force the door?
You can try.
Oh, hang on, there might
Braxon,
be...
There were cards detect magic to see whether the door is magic.
I assumed the door was magically held.
Leva, you are detecting magic from that door.
Mm-hmm.
You tried dispelling it? It might be just... Do we know if wizard lock can be dispelled?
It can be dispelled, it can also be knocked, it can also be forced.
Hikimus, would you want to try and open the door?
Yeah, I'll give it a try if you want.
Okay.
It's not trapped, so... Is he going to shoulder bash it, or is he just going to crowbar it?
He'll try to smash it open. Alright, he says, hey, Ockar, I need to run and start. And Solas too.
Okay. Okay, I'll move out of the way.
Yeah, Lafdul has PTSD against running GIF. Too many fond memories of being chased down Arcane.
So, Hikimus takes a running start, sets his shoulder up, and slams his body into it. And the door smashes open under the weight of a multi-hundred-pound GIF, and he kind of tumbles into the room there.
You okay?
Yeah, actually, it opened up a little bit easier than I expected.
Solas moves into the doorway to find for traps.
Alright, so inside you see what was pretty clearly once a temple chamber, like a public worship area. The far wall has an altar that has been kind of set up to function as a table, or like an end table or something like that. But you can see that there are plush chairs, there's an ornate table in the center with silver candelabras on it, and other decorations and comforts all about the room. This has clearly been changed into a you know, like a sitting or a dining room.
So no bunks in.
No.
Okay.
Solas said he was scanning for traps, and I assumed the magic on the door disappeared.
Well, I mean, he's scanning for traps, not magic.
No, Lever has detect magic.
Yeah.
Did the
So-
magic fade?
Which way first?
Neither of the door.
So yeah, the
trap.
doors are no longer registering as magical. You'd have to look around the room a little bit more to see if there's anything of interest in here. That was just a quick glance kind of thing.
I'll look around the room.
And there are also 2 doors leading out to the side, each
They
side.
weren't traps, then
Ockar will
Does
take a bit to look
either
around the
of the
room
door-
while the others continue if they want.
Does either of the doors register for traps?
Nope, they are not. Lafdul, what were you doing?
I'm gonna open a door. A door.
Alright, that door closest to you does not budge. Leva, you were detecting magic from both of them.
So I
think the magic might be some spell that is meant to be keeping those doors closed.
if only I had my thought capture, I might get a memory of the word.
So,
Hikimus, can you-
hold on. Ockar, you were looking around the room a bit more closely. You notice that the items on the table do not appear to be part of a single set, primarily. You do see a large golden goblet set with polished amethysts and carnelians, and there's something brown caked inside there. There's also a silver platter with silverware on the table, and there's something unsettling left on there, some sort of fleshy, meaty substance.
Is that like blood that's dried up?
Do you want to go look at the cup?
I guess.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it's
Cold.
blood.
I'm guessing that the meaty substance is brains.
That might be the case.
Okay, we'll clean
Can-
those
can-
up and take those with us to sell later.
Can I roll a spellcraft to figure out if the spell magic in those doors is the kind of spell that is meant to be holding them shut for anyone else except the one authorized to pass?
You can in just a moment. Ockar, you also notice in one of the near corner of the room, there is a small stand table with an axe and a dwarven skull on it. The skull has clearly been polished clean, and the axe underneath it has kind of odd slots in the axe head blade, which you're never really seen before. And there's also some runes on the blade as well. On the other side of the chamber, over here,
Yeah.
you see an ornamental short sword on the wall with a hilt of gold and pearls on the quillins and the pommel. And
Okay.
the blade is covered in something brown that you suspect is dried blood.
Okay.
Ceremonial.
Who's noting all this down again? Leva?
I'm sorry.
Were you noting this down?
I was asking Hikimus. I was asking whether somebody could write it down. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't you see?
No.
Well then, okay.
I'll head it to the player information.
I mean, you can just
If
make
all can.
you can just make quick notes of what you found, like short sword with pearls, axe with odd blade, or something like
I'm
that.
looking for a place where I can. I'm
Yeah.
looking for a place where I can do that. Short sword with
All right.
Pearls.
You don't need to speak out that you're writing that down. Solas, you're gonna roll a wizardry check. I mean a spellcraft check. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Wait, all I have is the sword, the axe, and the goblet, silverware, and silver plate. Was there anything else?
Nothing. I mean, there's some fancy furniture.
Okay.
Solas. You would guess that that's they may be wizard locked.
Okay. I will notify other spellcasters my
Doesn't-
deductions.
Wizard lock require a verbal command? Do illithids speak?
Well, illithids most definitely do speak. They generally
Is
choose
it-
not to,
Alright.
but they can. They absolutely can.
Yeah, Illithid do have a capability of speaking.
And Leva knows their trade language.
Can you try a couple of words in your trade language? For like open door in that language.
Yes, Leva should be able to.
Yeah, just
Do
take
you say Old?
an educated guess at a couple of words.
I mean, you'd have to tell me what you're trying to say in the language.
She is trying to say, open the door, open doors. No, open door. She's going to the door.
Open.
Just a moment. She's going to the door, stand in front of it, and puts her hand on it and says, open. Open door.
All right, nothing happens.
Okay.
Bar. I just thought, you might be coincidentally, might just figure it out. Oh well, I guess Higamus could just bash down the door.
You want me to smash it open?
Yeah. Could you try and take the hinges off? Rather than barrel through it.
You would be aware that wizard locking, like, you need to break a door. If you're not opening it magically, you need to break it.
Yeah. You can't do like a target attack against hinge.
Not really.
Right.
The door,
Okay.
basically, to physically pass one of these, you need to functionally destroy the door.
So the door's kind of temporarily a magical item or something.
I mean, it's enchanted.
Yeah.
If you poke a hole through the door, is it still magically enchanted, so to speak?
Yeah.
But you can see through the door, though.
Maybe.
I just want to know if anything's on the other side of the door when you bash through it, that's all.
Like, it would take more time to poke a hole through it than it would to just bash it
I
open.
swear I'm going to buy it like a hand drill. I just drill holes through doors.
You'll need a laparoscope. I don't know whether they've been invented in medieval times.
All right,
I
so
didn't know
Higamus says, "All right, I'll see if I can open this one."
Do you know what? If only there was a magical ring that would allow you to look through things.
Oh, don't remind me, Lafdul soaks.
Wow, that's harsh.
Are we hunting her down at some point?
Yes.
Good.
I'll
Alright.
set him off.
Higamus, please bash down the door with all the gusto you can muster.
All right, Higamus smashes his body full force into the door and breaks it down. Takes a look inside.
Doo-doo-doo. Looks like a closet with a train.
Inside, there is a bed against this wall down here.
Oh,
Higamus will get out of the way.
Braxon's up.
Take a look.
Yeah, Braxon had bed. Bed? Yeah.
Um,
Quickly hold Braxon back.
it's rather ornate,
Compact.
but it's also very old, and you're pretty sure that it has not been used in quite a while.
That's in
Leva
here.
has detect magic. Could she scan the room inside?
She can. There's a few wall sconces for torches, but there are no torches in them. These rooms are not. These rooms are not actually like, other than the candelabras, which are not currently lit. There's no active light sources that you're seeing.
This might just be like a private priest school or something.
Braxon wants to check under the bed.
Okay. You do not see anything of note under the bed.
Okay.
If you're feeling up for it, can you do the other door, please?
All right.
Never gets in the way. Smashes.
Higimus smashes his body against that that door, but it does not give. Oh, I think I jarred my shoulder there trying that.
Do you want me to give it a go?
Yeah, you can.
Right. Is there anything that Braxon can point the rod at so that it braces and pushes against this door?
It shouldn't extend more than this room. So you just do it against the far wall, surely.
Yeah. All right. Give me a bit of space then. I don't want the other end to hit anyone.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the whole other walls.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people standing behind Braxon. He doesn't want to accidentally punch someone in the stomach.
Well, there's people in the corners or something.
Right. Well, I mean, you can just say, "Hey guys, I need you to move out a little bit so I have room."
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Give me a d20, please.
First attack roll against the door.
Oh, that's a good roll, though.
Yeah, not bad.
Hold on a second. I need to double check to see what the score it needs is.
Yeah, let's find out what the armor class of the door is. You attack the door.
Not
The
an
door
attack.
attacks back.
It's not an attack roll.
Yeah, when
Don't ruin my little fantasy.
I am absolutely gonna ruin your little fantasy if it's wrong.
I have no idea how they. I need to look at the rules. and
Attack
how
the
this
door
works.
for massive damage.
What rules are you talking about, Lafdul?
I'm just wondering how this actually works when you attempt to open a magically barred door. It unlocks and improves the DC.
There's no DCs in this.
The
Yeah.
requirement to open it.
You're
D6
rolling an
is
open doors roll
Oh.
under strength.
The lock spell does nothing to that roll.
Yeah, it does.
Alright, that's what I was asking.
So
What it
if
does.
you look at like, your strength isn't high enough. If you look at someone like Higimus's strength, he's got two numbers, a number in parentheses. The number in parentheses is to open locked or magically barred doors.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that. Yeah, because this is not something Lafdul does, so.
So Braxon gets 9 for opening a door, but
So
it'll get a different score with the
Braxon, there is a scraping, a loud scraping sound as the rod loses its purchase and bounces back and fails to smash open that door.
Can we try it
Right.
again?
No.
Can somebody else take the run and try it?
Can Finn see the hinges on the door?
Yes, but I'm curious what you want to try.
I'm gonna
Let me
cast.
try.
Solas mentions
I'm gonna
that-
cast heat
Solas
metal
mentions
on the
that
hinges.
Solas mentions that wizard lock is easy to dispel.
Heat metal
Depends on the
is,
level,
you would know that heat metal is not gonna, it would just make it hot. It wouldn't, like, melt it or anything like that.
Braxon
No,
says,
but it might burn the wood away.
It doesn't do that. Like, it's pretty clear that it just gets hot enough to injure and stuff like that. And it might make the wood smolder, but not burn.
Braxon says, how about we try my lockpick? And he presses button 2 on the stick of many buttons. And a battle axe pops out the end.
Well, anyone can bash through the door.
I'll
with
draw my
enough
battle
time.
axe too, and Ockar will move in with Braxon to chop the door
You know,
down.
like we got like 1,000,000,001 like dispel magics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Solas was trying to say.
someone has a knock ability.
Yeah, I'm reserved against using knock because that's guaranteed to get through.
Knock it,
Well,
please.
Didn't memorize it. Didn't memorize. Look. No.
Why waste a spell when we have a perfectly good lockpick?
Can we just dispel it because it's just easy?
You can try. Yeah, if you want to.
All right, Braxon
cast a spell.
steps back and lets the finger waggle
I
his
will.
finger.
I will try a dispel magic. Let's see what happens because they were there for the walls, but they're not there anymore. So I have no idea what a 10 is. 10. No, I need higher.
All right, so you cast dispel magic on the door, and then you want to try it.
Mm-hmm.
It does not budge.
No, I failed that attempt.
Shall we dispel door with by a magical spell?
I will try one more. I got full dispel magic, so.
Okay.
Oh wow! All right, now go
No,
on. Have
that
that
definitely
at
didn't work.
No. Phil,
Oh,
Finn can take a try at dispelling.
So can Lever.
Yeah, if Level's cast dispel magic, Lafdul's leaving the room.
You know, before you try that, have you considered the possibility that this is a fake door?
What's your level
Finn.
again, Finn?
It's 5, isn't it?
5.
Okay. The door does not budge.
This guy was casting like high level magic, so
All right, Lever takes one too.
Lafdul retreats.
Coward!
Solas will stay with Leva.
All right, Leva,
Solas
give me a
gets
d20.
incinerated.
This is when there's a wild surge and she dispels all of us. It's
Oh, oh God.
No, still not budging.
okay. Braxon wants to give the door a mule kick to see if it actually vibrates.
You would know that a wizard locked door does not do that. It is
Oh, it doesn't
basically
vibrate.
held in place. Yeah.
All right.
By
Can
magic.
I do a shining on the door?
A what? Oh, hack it through.
Yeah, I get through.
You can begin doing that.
Here's
I'll
Braxon.
join in. And
Okay.
here's Ockar.
All right. So Ockar and Braxon start chopping away at the door. It takes a good 10 minutes to hack it open. This is
I'm searching for secrets in here while that's happening.
Okay.
I will spend also that time searching laptop.
Are we able to look through before we've completely chopped it apart?
Yeah, but it's very dark in there. There's no lights inside there. So,
Braxon says, does anyone want to throw a pebble with continual light on it through the hole?
I mean, you could just have someone shine a light in there, and it would give you some idea of what's inside there. So, as you're chopping through, so nothing reaches out to grab you.
Keep chopping.
Yeah, we're just paranoid, Ord.
Alright.
Lever,
So you chop a big enough hole in to get some light shined in and look in there, and you are seeing some a small chamber similar in size to the other, what's on the other side, but you see a very, very old simple bed in one corner, but now there are some large heavy chests stacked within the room, or laid out within the room that you can see.
Braxton
Huge
says
stacks of land.
You're gonna
there's a
keep
bed
chopping?
in there. There's a few chests as well, but there's a bed in
Could-
there.
Could Solas scan for traps while there's fine traps still active? Because that only lasts like half an hour. I'm sure Level's detect magic's gone.
Okay, Have it at it at the hole. We'll take a little breather.
Well, I check.
Let's see. You are not detecting any traps in there.
Well, at least my spell doesn't detect any traps.
All right, you want to go back to chopping?
I will go
Well,
back to
I'm a
that
lumberjack, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Is
Let's chop
Leva's
away.
detect magic gone?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Alright, so she casts another one. She has 4 in total.
What,
Do you want to wait until they finish
Yeah.
getting the door
Get
open?
the door.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that might be better.
All right.
I'm conscious.
So they finish hacking through that door, and Lafdul and Solas, you think that this wall, there's something up with this wall. It's not quite right.
Is it hollow?
It's not that it's hollow. It's that just something about it is not.
Try to disbelieve it.
All right, you can do that. Meanwhile, the rest of the group, you're looking in that other room over here. All right. You see a total of 9 large, heavy chests in there. They're kind of placed haphazardly, as opposed to, like, really laid out evenly.
Yeah.
And they are all closed.
His minions are like the local tax collectors.
So, Solas, you were going to disbelieve that that wall.
Yeah, I will try. Will try to.
And Lafdul as well. He's been inspired by Solas. It's unconventional, but yeah.
Wall is still there for both of you.
Yeah.
As far as you're concerned, that is a real wall.
Then I will try to find some kind of method that open.
All right, you need to get your thing closer because I can barely hear you.
I will try to find some kind of mechanism to open the wall.
Okay.
Can I use open locks to figure that out or not?
It would be more along the lines of find traps.
Alright,
but
do that then.
is there anything in particular that like if you tell me
Pushing stones and stuff, because there's
Okay.
only really stones in here. Checking them to
Possible secret buttons or levers.
yeah, because you can always say I want to check this specific thing that's in the room, and if that happens to be the lever, I don't need to roll for it, kind of thing. So just keep in mind when you're in a room, and you can always say, "What's the room
There
look
was-
like again?" If I can you tell me a little bit more about the room if you want to see if there's something that you missed?
Is there anything on the walls, like
There
torch
is
handles or?
there is an empty torch sconce.
Well, I will check if that is the way to open the door.
That is right here.
Okay, I will check it.
Okay. It doesn't budge. You try pulling it, twisting it, pushing it, and it doesn't budge.
Say,
No.
Yes, Braxon?
the door that we're chopping apart, if we chop around the door lock,
You've already chopped it.
we've already chopped the whole door?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, the door is gone, effectively.
Fair enough. I was just wondering if we chopped specifically
The
around.
door has gone to the graveyard. As if with a
Door
magic.
handles, we could get in quicker, but I suppose a magical spell would keep the rest of the door shut.
So, Leva, you were going to cast Detect Magic again?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 7 of the 9 chests are detecting as magical.
Oh.
I'll let the others know. Be careful.
The other 2 are mimics.
Maybe.
Didn't Solas scan some of those chests? Or was it some?
7 of the 9 chests are detecting as magical. He scanned it for... He scanned the room for detect traps, and he did not detect any traps.
They
I
must be.
point out the 2 that do not. Is it 9? Yes, 9. So I point out the 2 that do not detect as magic. I say maybe you might want to start with those.
They might be Borg chests because they're 7 of 9.
Oh, God.
God.
That was... that For the viewers out there, that was not my intention.
You have to actually disavow my joke.
Yeah, I do. I just want everyone to know that it was not an intentional reference.
Bookcases, right?
I'm sorry?
Are there bookcases?
There are no bookcases.
I need to be right back. 2 minutes.
Alright.
Sorry.
You're searching the room anyway, so.
I'm gonna be searching along the walls and everything for any buttons that could get that thing open, probably as well.
So are you searching in the main room? In here?
I'm gonna be searching the main room for anything that might open that secret door.
Okay. Is anyone looking at the chests?
Leva saw the others try and disbelieve that wall, or she heard them talk about
Braxon.
it. She's trying it too. She goes in there and tries to disbelieve the wall.
Braxon heard the warning from Lever, so he's going to stay away from the chest for now, but he will look under the bed.
The bed in the new room. Braxon. Over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, other than just a lot of dust bunnies, there's nothing under that bed.
Okay.
And Leva, that wall is still as real as can be, as far as you're concerned.
Okay, so while Ockar is searching for something, she casts there, not there, on that wall.
You cannot cast there, not there on an actual wall. I don't believe. Because this is not something that would allow you to get... In part because... any wall is going to be too big for the spell effects. Something like a little wooden barrier on the ground you could do, but like the object of the wall is like the entire room wall, and that's almost always going to be too big. You could do it on a door and stuff like that, but you would have to know that there is a door there.
Oh, okay. So the area of effect of there, not there is a 10-foot cube.
Yeah, it's not enough for a room of any size.
Okay. Pity.
How was this sconce? Is it a sconce, sorry?
Yeah.
How was it attached to the wall? Was it bolted on into the stone?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it possible to unbolt it?
It's
we need to have
pretty
a very-
old. It would probably... any attempt to remove it would probably result in destruction of the sconce itself or the portions of the stone that it's bolted into.
Is there any way to see if you pry it a little bit apart to see if there's anything behind it? I want to see if it's connected to a mechanism.
I mean, I can roll a find traps for you and see, like, without any destructive action, you can see if you see any mechanisms there.
Can I collab that with Solas because he's got engineering? Theory crafting, I suppose.
Examining that very closely, you do not see anything that speaks to you as being part of a mechanism.
Yeah. Push every...
Does there appear to be any different colored bricks on the wall or
No,
anything with markings on it?
they're pretty uniform.
There's no like stones in the wall that need to be arranged in pattern, like no bricks that come apart.
Nothing that you've seen move, no. I mean,
Well,
if you want to spend the time pressing and pushing on every single wall stone in the room, you can certainly do so.
Not what
are,
levels got
are all of the bricks uniforms?
No, they're not. They're various different sizes fitted perfectly together without mortar.
Do I see any brick with that has a bigger space between them and other bricks?
Nothing that jumps out at you. Again, to see that for sure would take searching the entire room, like brick by brick.
Well, I will search the entire room.
Okay.
Well, levels go to detect magic. That's going to run out again this second one.
Well,
we come back to this because we know this up now. It just takes.
I mean,
time.
you guys can be doing that while other people are doing something else.
Yeah,
Well, I've
I
got
think searching this room while the rest of the group checks those chests.
Okay.
Yeah, when Lever comes in, Braxton says, I haven't touched any of the chests. I've just looked under the bed. There's nothing under there.
Ockar,
Still within
can you
earshot.
check any evil intent?
Yes.
Is there any evil intent on those chests? Can there be an evil intent on those chests?
If they're mimic.
I'll do detect evil intent on them. On them to see if they're a mimic?
That should be a thing, isn't it?
Um,
If a mimic has hostile intent against someone trying to open it.
yeah, but eating you isn't evil. Hostile
Yes, it
isn't
is.
evil.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, yes,
no.
it is.
Hostile isn't evil.
Oh, yes, it is.
Because
No, it isn't.
if something just wants to eat you because that's the nature of it, that's not evil. That's a wolf saying, I am hungry and you are meat and I'm going to eat you as soon as I catch you. That's not evil. That's just...
I think the
admitting
rabbit would
it's-
consider that evil.
Nope.
No.
Alright, it doesn't matter. It's how you're doing it, so.
Yeah,
Never
Ockar can't detect if things think he's tasty.
I'm just gonna keep looking at the wall, just pressing a brick, seeing if anything happens.
Okay. Lafdul, you're searching this room rather than the other one?
Oh, yeah.
Lever,
Well,
do you want to
I don't know. I
indicate...
mean, you need to let me know what you're doing. If you're...
I
I thought you were searching that room. With
Lever,
Solas.
yeah.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I mean, if you want to go search a different room, that's fine, too. Just, I need to know that you're choosing to search a different room than the one...
No,
that I thought you were searching.
I was thinking it then. I didn't realize that it was still ongoing.
Alright, Braxon? Yeah, it's going to take a little while to search that entire room.
Lever, do you want to point out the two chests that were not magical and I'll drag them out the room?
I thought I already did that. Yes, I do. I'll show you which ones.
Alright, so
Okay,
Braxon, you
Braxon.
pull those out?
Yeah, I'll do them one at a time and drag them into this room, the big room.
Alright. They're heavy, but they don't give you too much trouble moving them.
Do they look locked?
They look at least latched.
Right.
Probably just magically locked, like everything else.
No, because she didn't detect any magic. So Braxton's going
Not
to
from
see if
those
he can...
two.
Finn, didn't you say something about hinges off the door? Do you know? Can you do something with the hinges, or why did you say that?
He tried to heat metal them and it didn't work.
Well,
Yeah,
he
I think
didn't actually cast it. I was letting him know that heat metal, I mean, like, it'll ignite like paper and cloth. It won't ignite wood. It'll make it smolder and stuff like that. But heat metal is pretty specific in that it doesn't, like, liquefy the metal. It doesn't make it actually softer. It just makes it hot. So I understood what he was trying to do, but that's not within the bounds of the
It's
spell.
like a
So I didn't want him to, like, waste a spell on something that his character would know wouldn't work.
Does Lafdul have a flask of acid that we can pour on the hinges or whatever?
Are you talking about these chests? Well, let me
You
have a go.
haven't even
and see if I
tried
can
to
undo
open
the
them.
latch.
Yeah.
Braxton's going to have a look at the latch. See if he can get it open. Unless Lafdul wants to.
I'm searching the room at the moment.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Braxton says, if you're alright with it, Lafdul, I'll open these chests.
If a secret door isn't locked through magic, could it still be just forced open?
You need to know it's there.
But we know it's there, right?
We know there's an odd-looking wall.
You don't know whether it swings inward or outward. You can't necessarily get purchase on it. You don't know where exactly the edge of the door is. So your attempts to open the door might end up just being
Could
pushing
I-
against the wall, kind of thing. So
I'd
Take
at
my-
least want to try.
I mean, you can go try.
I'll go try.
So Braxon, you're gonna just try unlatching these two chests and opening them.
Yeah, if they don't look like they've got an obvious trap on them, he'll do one and see how it goes on with that. We won't just open them both straight away.
All right.
He'll try one. If he gets no trouble, he'll try the other.
You don't have any real experience with traps yourself. I mean, other than like having them affect you.
Yeah.
But you don't see anything that looks like a trap. So you want to unlatch them and open them?
Yeah, he'll do one.
All right.
And then if he doesn't get stabbed, he'll do the other one.
All right. You start with the first one, unlatch it, and open it. Nothing adverse happens to you, and it's empty.
Right. Is it a nice chest though?
It's workaday. I mean, it's.
We can dump our stuff in it and just take it back to the ship. We just got a standard chest.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you could easily get this for relatively cheap from just about any port.
Right.
Yeah, but for like role-playing fluff, we say we take the chest
Sure.
back, just dump our stuff. It's convenient. We got some chests.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Braxon,
entirely up to you.
Braxon's going to put his weapon inside the chest. Put his thumb
Yes,
on the edge of the
devoured.
weapon. Yeah, okay. He's going to put his thumb on the edge of it and then put it on the outside. See if it looks like there's a false bottom in the chest. Does that make sense?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. GM roll, please, actually.
Okay. That's GM, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, no. What do I type?
Slash GM roll,
roll.
one word. Yeah. No, you don't think there's a false bottom.
Okay. Right, okay, Braxton will try opening the other chest.
Okay. Nothing adverse happens, and it is also empty.
Okay, so he's going to do the same thing?
All right. Give me another GM roll.
Can these chests be lifted up?
Yeah.
The one he's
Um,
not searching, I'm gonna try to pick up.
Yeah, you don't think there's a false bottom. You're going to open that door. Try to open
Oh,
that
right,
door.
right. I'm gonna keep trying to open the door, so... Do I need to roll a strength check?
Search to see if
Hold on.
the door slides.
So, yeah, Braxton, you don't think there's a false bottom in that one either.
Okay.
All right, so, Ockar, you are going to try and open what you think is a secret door.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and give me a d20.
She's just bashing into it.
I want to get... Oh, higher or lower?
Lower is good.
Okay.
All right, you slam your body up against the wall that you think might be a secret door, and nothing happens. It doesn't budge.
So I specify which wall I thought was the secret door?
It's this wall up here that you guys
Yeah.
think might be.
So
that there's something
slamming
off.
myself against it didn't do anything?
Nope.
Level
It
what
might
is
open
your-
inwards.
There were casts passable on that thing that's supposedly a door.
I mean, Lafdul and Solas are still searching the room. It's going to take them
Oh, okay.
more time to finish that. Like,
Yeah.
Do the
you
chest by
guys,
the time
you
we're done
guys
with the
can
chest.
like search these other chests, try to open them, like all of them in the time it'll take them to examine the walls of this room. They're like pushing the blocks, trying to move them, see if there's any gaps in the stonework, that kind of thing. So they're like doing that.
Right,
I mean,
so-
if they can, you can tell me if there's a specific part that you want to start with, and hope that speeds it up. I mean,
Say Lever, this detecting magic ability of yours, you said that 7 of those chests were magical.
Yes.
Can you find out anything more if you stare at an individual chest? Is it the chest itself that's magical, or is it something inside the chest?
Do they all have
What
like
do you think?
alteration magic?
they all have alteration magic on them.
Yeah, they all have wizard luck probably. This guy loves his wizard luck.
So can you see if the whole chest
like
is
Lafdul.
magical? Or
Could I dispel magic on it?
You dispel the entire thing, couldn't you? Or would that affect the
You could
contents
try
inside?
dispelling everything in that room, yeah.
Ooh,
Will that,
Dispelling anything,
wait,
everything in that
will that
room.
dispel the content of the chest?
It depends what's inside there.
No, that might dispel potions. They get
Could she
destroyed.
dispel every wizard block in the room?
I won't do that. But I can't. What
Oh.
happens if I cast dispel magic on one chest, just on the chest itself?
Have you tried sticking your hand in to see if you feel anything?
They haven't opened them. Right. So you would only be able to. You can either dispel all the magic effect in that area, or target it on one specific effect. So if it works on one, then you're looking at like 6 more dispel magics that you'd have to cast, and all hope that they work. You can cast one dispel magic in that entire chamber, and it would affect them all. Solas, you had a question. Yes.
Yes. Can you cast dispel magic in area to try affect one specific effect in multiple targets, like wizard lock in multiple chests?
No, it's either targeted or general.
Okay.
But if it's general, the content of those chests could be affected as well.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
won't do it. I'd rather go and memorize another 3 or 4 dispel magics.
Is it possible to open locks on a wizard-held lock for a rogue?
No, you cannot pick them. They can. You either need to use magical means to bypass it, or you need to force them open.
Braxon says to Lever, well, I could try opening one of those chests and we see what happens.
Yes.
What sort of thing?
Don't force it.
What sort of thing do you think they might have done to the chest?
Higma says, I mean, if we want to try to force the lid open, we could do that. Might ruin the chest.
Yeah,
Will it draw in the content as well?
Depends what the contents are.
That's just another way of saying we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just pick up the chest. We can systematically go for it over time. It just means we can't access them now.
I mean, we can everyone memorize dispel magic for tomorrow and dispel all of them.
Braxton's going to touch one of the chests to see if it attacks him.
If we come back tomorrow, then Lever will not will actually open the locks.
I mean, we can take the chests with us.
Yeah, if they're carryable.
Braxton, nothing happens when you touch the chest.
Okay, Braxton's going to touch all the other chests.
Right, nothing happens when you touch the chests.
Okay, so I can touch the chests. We can presumably pick them up.
Shall we take them upstairs? And I can cast knock tomorrow.
Do they all look heavy or light?
They're all similar sized, so now, I mean, the 2 that you moved, you realize that those were lighter because they were empty.
Yeah.
You haven't tried moving these other ones.
Oh, no. I mean, what I mean is if it's like the size of a wardrobe, then Braxton wouldn't be able to move it. But if it's fairly small, he might be able to pick it up.
I mean, you'd be able to pick it up. You specifically said that you were dragging the other 2 out, so I didn't tell you anything about that. But you could pick them up depending on how much, what's inside them. They might be either heavy or very heavy.
Okay. Braxton will look at the smallest one and he'll move it out to here.
All right. The smallest one is like 10% smaller than the biggest one, so they're all about the same size. But just so you know,
he won't try and stuff his back up. He'll just try to wait, and then if he can pick it up, he'll move it out.
Yeah, you just lift with your legs. It's fine. All right. It is quite heavy, and it is quite an effort to move it out there.
All right. So, okay. I guess he'll just drag the others then.
I mean, you want Higimus will help.
You
Yeah.
just put like a load of chests on the table and carry the table out with the chests on top.
What
no,
do you think?
Well, that'd be even heavier.
Yeah, that would be worse.
You'd want a cart for that.
Yeah.
Has anyone
If-
got a cart on the ship?
If we take them upstairs, will the lizard people want their share of them?
I mean, wouldn't this be considered as a spoils from the undead
I
necromancer?
can't remember
which
what we're sharing with
deleted?
them.
If I remember correctly, they wanted the share from what basically was left untouched here.
Well, how about we give them these 2 chests and we have the other chests?
No, that's just.
That's
I mean,
nasty.
So,
I mean, Higimus will help you move them out of the chamber for now if you want.
Yeah, let's move them all out the chamber.
Okay. All right, so you've moved them out into the corridor, into the mine part. All right.
How long do the others need for searching that room?
That has they probably need another 15 minutes to fully search that room.
So could we relay these back to the staircase in that time?
With just you and Higimus, probably
Yeah.
not.
Okay. Could we relay half of them or some? of them?
No, I think you could get 2. I think it would just be 1 trip.
Okay. Should we do that?
Oh, if only I had my lightning load spell, eh?
If only.
No, but should we do that? And then next time there's something that takes ages, we can take a couple more back. There's nothing else for us to do, is there?
I mean,
Let's-
you and Higimus can take one chest each over to the door where the dwarves are. Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Do we want to share with them?
Could Vradra drag one?
No.
I don't know
I'll
what.
leave it to go.
Braxon, do we really want to share with them?
Well,
How we nearly died. Yeah. I don't know.
I think we might want to look at it first and then decide whether we want to share or not.
meanwhile, I'm still just checking the
Well,
walls while you guys
we
are
can-
discussing this.
we can look at it in this room or we can look at it near the stairs, but it's got to go near the stairs if we're keeping it. Let's drag 2 of them. Let's drag 2 of them to the stairs. We're still not taking them off this floor.
Yeah, but your dwarven crew members know that you have 2 heavy locked chests that look like they might be filled with valuables.
Yes. Let's leave them in this room and then open it. I mean,
What do you think our crew will steal?
No, it's not a crew that I'm worried about.
All right, we'll leave them here. What else have we got to look at then? Or should we open them?
You can't open them. 'cause
somebody
there's
grab a poking stick.
I'll just open one. What's the worst that's going to happen, eh?
I mean, Higimus is like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could pull the lid off of one of these if you want.
Yeah, why don't you? Just on one of them.
All right.
He just peels the lid off like it's a sardine can.
All right.
Yeah,
Someone give me a
he
number from
pulls
1 to
it.
7 then.
5.
Okay.
Lucky number 5.
Oops.
All right. So Higimus plants one of the chests on the ground, in kind of an open area. He looks around for the best way to do it. Kneels by it, gets his fingers on the bottom and then the top, and with a great heave and
Tears all his
the
fingernails off.
sound of splintering wood, he literally rips the top off of one of these chests.
Wow.
So, inside that are sacks, and they clink
Sacks?
as he ripped the lid off. It shifted the chest a little bit, and there's clinking sounds from inside them.
Hey, Lever, can you still see magic?
I don't know. Can I?
No, since Higimus and Braxon got them all out of that room and into the hallway, that the spell has expired now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if the chest was still magical or if the
No,
contents were magical.
it's the wizard lock that was making it magical.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to get confirmation on.
2 minutes.
All right, so these are probably sacks of money, and if we're going to take this up, they're going to want to share.
Higimus opens some of the sacks and shows a few gold and platinum coins.
Wow.
Yeah, I reckon we're better off taking these up in the chest because we've got 2 other chests to put this stuff in, but now we've destroyed this chest.
So do
once
we want to
fill
share or
those-
not?
Well, we wouldn't have had any of this money if
Wasn't
we
the,
had
ag- wasn't
yeah.
the agreement with the lizard folk so that everything that we basically win as a prize from a fight is for us? And things like what was left behind by the dwarves and wasn't taken by the evils within would be the things we shared.
How do we know how much stuff is the illicit stuff and how much stuff is the stuff the dwarves left behind?
I don't
Well,
have.
we could easily consider everything in this area to be illicit since it basically seems to have lived here.
I don't have a problem with Axis having some of this money for our people. They stopped fighting us when we got rid of the lizards that supported the evil deity, and
Well,
they've
we have
helped us.
shared
We've
some
had
of the loot. We've had shared some of the loot with them already.
yeah, and we've had healing from them, and they've been friendly towards us. And if we're going to take this without giving them some of it, we're going to have to find a way to sneak it past. So why not just tell them we found this and see what they say? I mean, do you have a bag of holding that we could put all this gold in?
I guess it's fine to just tell them about it.
Solas is okay with telling them about that. Things.
Can you put the microphone a bit closer?
Yeah, I
You
can't hear you
can.
at all.
Solas is okay with telling them about it, but he just reminds that at least as far as he thinks the agreement was that everything that is spoils from monsters is for us.
Okay.
Well, let's see
I'm
what
also
they
not
say.
against sharing with them. They've been helpful, so why not give them a share?
Let's see what they say.
All right. So, did you want to open up any of the others, or are you going to wait on that for now?
If we've busted this chest now, so we're going to have to put these gold coins in one of the other chests. Which
Well,
means if we bust open all the chests, we won't be able to carry it. So
Is it busted open in a way that we can't carry it anymore?
No, it's just it has no lid. It can't be closed.
all right.
That's okay, then we can still carry it around. So it would be possible for Higimus to open the rest of the chest. Do you feel up to it, Higimus?
Yeah, I can do it if you want.
Oh, I can do a couple if you want.
Okay.
Or give it a go.
All right. So you want all the rest of them opened while Ockar, Solas, and Lafdul are searching that room?
Why not?
That's the question. I mean, why not? Do you want them open as a group?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So Braxon, you find that you are completely unable to open them.
Braxton goes, I can do it! I can do it! I can't do it!
Let's see. Higimus is not able to get one of the next one that he tries open. So I need to make notes of these. Which ones he failed to open?
Do these have hinges on the outside that we could chop off?
I mean, yeah, you could chop them off, and then that might make it a little bit easier to rip the top off, but that's, I mean, you're still destroying the lid.
Yeah, I know.
Back, sorry, I'm having to deal with stuff. All
right. So
Yeah, we're
Higmus fails to open the first one that he tries.
you ripping the things off?
Yep.
You?
yeah.
Let's see.
Can I just file the hinges off
Well, you're busy.
when I'm no longer busy?
Yeah, I mean, Higmus has already started working on it.
We wanted something to do while we were waiting for you, so we got told not to take him to the stairs, so we're taking the lids off.
Higmus failed to open the second one. Higmus does get the third one open. Inside that are some more sacks with gold coins and a small leather pouch with some gems inside.
Oh.
And then let's see, the next one.
Should we use the same chest numbers as you in the notes?
I'm making a note of which ones Higmus failed to open and which ones he didn't. So.
Okay.
Higmus fails to open another one. Next one. Higmus does manage to get this one open. This one has sacks with gold coins, electrum pieces, and pouches with some gemstones and a few pieces of jewelry. And hold on a second. Helps if I mark it correctly. And then the final one. Higmus also manages to get the lid off of that one. Inside are more pouches with gems and pieces of jewelry and other valuables. It'd take a while to actually go through those and look at them. In the meantime, let's see. Solas, you do find on this wall here, actually exactly opposite from the iron sconce, a stone that you only saw when you were examining the walls closely, and you think it could be pushed.
Well, I try to.
You're gonna push it? Did you say you were gonna push it?
Well, you assume he's going to push it.
Well, I heard him say something, but I didn't hear what he said, and he has dropped.
I think he dropped out.
Are you back, Solas?
Sorry, had connection. Yeah, had connection issues.
That's okay.
I'm trying to push it.
Okay. So you push that stone, and there is a surprisingly quiet sound as the stone at the stone wall at the back of the chamber opens up, revealing another room beyond.
Oh.
Okay. I think my find traps might have been gone already.
Yeah, any
So
spells
I
that
will
you had
cast
are
another
gone.
one.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I will cast another one.
Okay. Alright, so looking inside this room, you see that this chamber was clearly once a secret tomb chamber. but it has been repurposed into what is clearly a wizard's laboratory of some sort. You see some bookshelves on the wall. One of the sarcophagi has been turned into a table, and there are like objects of like flasks and other glass objects resting on it, and various other items lying about. You'd have to go in and get a little bit closer. That's just what you're seeing with the quick glance.
No traps.
You cast another one. You are not immediately detecting another trap.
Okay, I will go in and have a closer look in everything that is in there. After I have scanned it for traps.
Hold on a second. How many, you cast 5 Cure Moderate Wounds earlier, right?
Wasn't that yesterday?
No, that was today.
I thought we took day after.
Nope.
Okay, then I don't have any fine traps.
Alright.
Since I thought we waited another day after those curings.
Nope.
Lafdul was insisting on coming down immediately,
Okay.
even though Ockar's a bit under the weather. And we came to stop him being killed.
So yeah, you're not, you don't have that, and you wouldn't be detecting any traps in there.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
Well, I'll go in.
Still.
I know I volunteered him.
I mean, you are the only one that can detect traps.
Still not 100%.
I'm gonna start searching for traps in the entranceway.
Okay.
Sorry, what is this room? Can you describe it? Has he described it?
Yes, I did. It was a tomb chamber, and it's been turned into a wizard's laboratory.
Oh. It's a lava Solas, eat your heart out. Got a ring.
You are not detecting any traps on the doorway, and Leva has now passed you and stepped into the room.
Yes, she heard lab. Oh, God, lab. So let's come and have a look.
Please be careful, there might be traps in there.
She doesn't hear you at all.
Yeah, she's spent too much time around Braxon.
Solas just shakes his head and mutters that people should really learn to be more careful. We just saw yesterday what happened to Ockar because of not being careful.
That was...
Also, Solas wondered if he should write a book about how to be careful when you're exploring dungeons. And make Leva and Lafdul and Braxon read it. And Ockar.
Why Lafdul is pretty careful.
Except when he isn't.
Oh,
yeah.
You're fine with him insulting the rest of us.
Sure, why not? You can see that the bookshelves also appear to store some objects like that you'd guess from a distance are material components and that sort of thing. So, what else are you doing in this chamber?
Loot it and then keep going.
Yeah, there's when you say loot it, you need to tell me like I'm going to go up to the shelf and look at the things that are on the shelf. I'm going to go to the table and look at the things that are on the table.
Right.
Like there's no press button. All things go into your inventory.
Oh,
You need to add that back row.
Are you telling me we're not playing World of AuldDragon?
I'm gonna go check out the table.
I suppose the wizards can look for spell
Right.
books. I'm
Braxon.
looking for research material.
Braxon's going to pop into the room and say, "Hey, how about we bring in those empty chests and you can fill them up with books?"
It's a good idea.
What's the condition of the books like, Solas? Are they going to fall apart if we touch them?
He would say that anyway. Lafdul whispers to Braxon, but loud enough for hit for Solas to hear.
Solas says that no one else touched the books until I clear it.
So the this chamber definitely appears well used. There's no dust on the floor. Things are not gathering dust on the table or the shelves or anything like that. It's in good condition. So, Lafdul, you're going to look at the shelf as well?
He's looking for spell research material if we can upgrade our own library.
So, on the shelves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Braxon's going to ask Higamus to help him in the other chest, the empty chest.
So,
bringing them
is that
in?
what we look?
Yeah, so that we can load the books in them.
Alright, so he brings one in, you bring the other one in? Alright.
Yeah.
Levan looks at the
Solas will
table
go and
to
check the
see-
books.
Okay, so Ockar and Leva, you are looking at the table itself.
Well, I'm looking at what's on the table, so
Right,
to
yeah,
see whether.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Okay.
Let's see. So, on the table,
Actually,
It's made of mahogany.
I do have a detect magic. I have one.
well, you,
Yeah, now's as good as time as I need to cast it, so.
okay. In addition to just basic laboratory paraphernalia on the table that are in fine condition but not exceptional in any particular way, you do see a pair of wax tablets with odd raised marks on them, and there is a glass flask containing an effervescent fluorescent blue liquid, as well as another glass flask with a dark purple liquid, a very murky dark purple liquid inside. So that's what you see on the table. Lafdul, Solas, were you going to the shelves as well?
Yeah, I'm going to check the condition of the books.
Okay. The books appear, many of them appear quite old, but they're in good condition. They're not, they haven't been left to degrade, kind of thing.
Someone's took care of their library. Solas is impressed. He gains sanity. Everything's right in the world.
So there's two bookshelves. One of which has the majority of the books, and the other one which has just a few, but all other objects as well. On that second shelf, you see, acting as a bookend, a dwarf skull, and right in the center of the forehead is a dark green oblong gem. It is like so dark green it's almost black.
Braxon says to Solas, if there's anything in this trap that might destroy the books, if we take some of the books and put them in the chest and close the chest lid, they should be protected. What do you think?
Well, Solas will start loading books that he clears as okay condition into the chest.
I'm going to describe things before you even consider doing that first.
Okay.
This is just you looking at the thing.
Ooh.
You see on top of the shelf is a 2-inch figure of a rabbit carved of moonstone. And various jars and flasks of powders and things of that nature. They are not labeled in the common tongue. In fact, they are labeled with some parchment that has raised lines and things of that nature. It's very strange.
With the illicit language.
Could be. So many of the books you're also seeing have the same thing on either the spines or exposed covers of these raised lines. There are a few that do not mixed in on the first shelf.
Raised lines.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like Braille, sort of?
Something like that. I mean, obviously Braille isn't a thing in this world, but
Yeah.
yeah, for you, that would be similar. Except the
Wouldn't
raised
Leva-
lines rather than dots.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Leva recognize some of it, since she had to deal with...
Give me an intelligence check.
just a moment.
Yes, you do believe that that is the Illithid script.
So she lets the others know.
Can you read it?
I don't think she can read it. But
Could you cast a magical
Well, she said-
spell to read it?
yes, she can certainly cast comprehend languages.
Okay, so we can take it and then you can use it afterwards.
Yes, but not right here and right now.
There are spells that can be used to understand that
Is there more we need to look at?
written language.
On top of another, the first shelf, there's also a latched wooden case.
Oh,
It's latched but not locked.
Yeah.
Has my detect magic not found anything of magical nature in you?
I was waiting to describe everything before I
Oh.
did that. So now you decide to cast that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's see. What do you see?
Got some.
the latch wooden case attacks you.
So those two flasks on the table radiate magic.
Oh,
The small carved figure of a rabbit up above the shelf, one of the shelves, also radiates magic. And the gem in the forehead of that dwarven skull, that radiates magic. And 3 of the books on the main shelf radiate magic.
I point out the books.
only
Can
the
I
books?
tell what type of magic's on the books?
Sure, just a second.
You're not pointing out the rabbit.
Yeah, I'm pointing out everything.
Alright, it's just you said I'll point out the books.
Well, I think
yeah,
he meant
I'm-
that he's pointing out that those 3 books amongst all these other ones are radiating magic.
Ah,
yeah,
got you.
because the wizards are gonna have a field day with that.
Yeah.
Just like, they'll read the book and they'll explode.
So-
What level are you again?
Laugh. Seven. My priest.
Okay, one of those books radiates creation magic.
No.
Do you think the statue of the rabbit turns into a giant rabbit? Right, like
You- The second book you cannot tell.
Mhm.
The third book, minor magic of a sort that you can't tell. It's just like a
Minor.
mixture. Yeah.
Like a cantrip level? Or magic?
Not that. It's just not particularly. It doesn't appear particularly powerful.
Hmm.
That gemstone in the skull that is radiating thought magic.
Oh,
Thought.
can I pick it up?
I mean, you can pick up the skull.
Yeah. I just
Be
had
gone, thought.
try
Hold on.
concentrating with
We'll go through the other stuff first before you do anything. You're getting animal and elemental earth from that small rabbit figurine. And let's see. You are getting combat from the effervescent liquid in the glass flask. And you are getting thought from the other one, the purple liquid.
So, if Leva casts Detect Magic, would she be able to say something about this as well?
Yeah, do you have another one? I thought you used 2, right?
I have to check just a second. I used 2, I have 2 more. I memorized 4 in total.
Okay, yep. Okay, so I'll kind of do a reverse order. You get an enchantment charm from that purple liquid. You're getting necromancy from the effervescent blue liquid. Give me just a second. You're getting necromancy from the rabbit figurine.
Oh, necromancy.
It's a necromantic rabbit.
Yeah.
It must be the rabbit. Does anybody have a holy hand grenade? Of Antioch.
The stone, you are also getting necromantic from that. This is a gemstone in the skull.
Yes.
Let's see, the books. You were also getting minor magic of an indeterminate nature from the same book that Lafdul did. And enchantment charm from both of the other 2.
Okay.
Okay.
The rabbit sounds fun.
The gem sounds interesting.
Okay, so what do you want to do now that you have information?
I want to pick up the skull.
Okay, you pick it up.
Try concentrating with it. I don't know. Just see if I can. Maybe I hold it out in front of me and I start concentrating.
So I will specify that the gem and not the skull are what is detecting as magical.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just in case that matters in what you decide to do.
No, if nothing happens when I'm holding it and I concentrate and look around and I can't think of anything, needs identifying.
You don't feel any different when you're holding it? Nothing happens concentrating on it?
I see if I can see through a wall with it.
Okay, so you hold it and stare at a wall.
Yeah, because my ring of X-ray vision, it was just concentration, wasn't it? There was no command word.
Correct.
Yeah. Skull of X-ray vision. How inconvenient. Well, it's just a gem, actually. Still, I wouldn't be happy unless I got my ring back. I don't care for any substitute.
Maybe if you take the gem off and put it on your head, your head turns.
Are you gonna be happy even then? I wonder.
I'll be happy. My life's like complete again.
Well,
Lafdul looks at the ring, says, "You complete me."
Yeah, Lafdul's a very simple guy.
I'd say that about that book, but I think that book's already been used.
What?
That book that was supposed to boost strength.
Oh, the one that Jill stole. Yeah, that Higamus could have had 21 strength.
I wanted to use the book to get myself to like 18 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice for any of the warriors. But I just think it's absurd having Higamus having like 21 strength. Because it's just like almost to the point where it's automatic successes on any strength check. At that point.
Well, maybe Higamus will say he wants the book. We'll see when people ask for things.
Oh, yeah. Oh well,
So are you trying out anything else with this skull with a gem? Braxon had a suggestion. Do you want to try that?
what was Brax's suggestion? Sorry, I missed that.
No, I joked. I said if you put the gem on that place on your forehead, your head will turn into a skull.
I hand the skull over to Level Solas, whoever wants to handle it. Maybe it works for a wizard, since he was a wizard.
Leva takes it. She looks at it. She concentrates on it.
Stares at Lafdul, make him vanish. It's like, no!
No. Where would we be if we couldn't play pranks on Lafdul anymore? No. Don't want him to disappear.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Can Braxton have a look at the rabbit?
Yeah, you take that down off the shelf.
Has it got
Does
any
Levan-
words written on it?
Oh yeah, that's a point. Check.
There is something carved into the bottom, but you cannot tell what that is.
Braxton's gonna blow the dust off the bottom.
Yeah, it's not dusty. It's just
All right.
there's something
Braxton.
carved into it that you don't recognize what this symbology is. You don't
Braxton
recognize it
says-
as a language. You don't know it.
Braxton holds the rabbit upside down and says, "Can anyone read this?" It's got something written on it.
No, because I don't know any more languages than you know, so...
Can Leva read it?
You're going over to look at it?
Yes.
Okay. No, it is not written in a language that you recognize.
What about Solas?
Is it something that I recognize?
You know Infernal, don't you? I can't remember.
No, he most definitely does not. That's not really a language anyway, in this edition.
Oh.
I'm wondering if
How do you speak to demons?
There's
it's
a
a rabbit.
different language. There isn't just an
Demonic?
infernal. I'd have to go back and look at the Planescape material, but there's basically no chance that a starting character in 2nd edition would have that. Like, as a dungeon master, I'd be like, you need to come up with a really, really darn good reason to know this.
Wouldn't a tiefling have a chance of knowing it?
They might, but again, a tiefling in and let me rephrase a non-planescape game. A tiefling in a non-planescape game would also be you need to have a really, really good reason why you're here in this world.
or a big box of ham.
So, Solas, looking at that, you also do not recognize that as a language that you're familiar with.
Does Leva notice anything about or can do anything with the green gem?
You need to tell me what you're trying to do.
Well, for one thing, she wants to know whether the gem is really securely socketed in the forehead, or whether it can be taken out.
How much are you willing to mess with that? Like, I mean, there's a difference between like just lightly touching it and like getting your fingernail under it and trying to pry it up, kind of thing.
Anything that she can do without actually using force. So a fingernail to pry it up is okay because that's not really using force because her fingernails are not that strong.
Kind of using force. That's kind of using force.
All right. Aside from prying,
like
prying
I would
out
say that if you want to studiously avoid using force, then it's just like kind of gently pushing at it from the side to see if it moves. That's
Yes.
kind of like the extent of it, and it does not move
She's also
under that.
she also puts her hand, if she can, puts her hand inside the skull to see whether she can push from that side just slightly. Not bad, not much.
The base of the skull is,
Yes.
except for the part where the spinal cord goes in, that's solid. That's bone.
Oh. Oh well.
Can you read this script on the bunny while holding that?
On the what?
On the bunny. That Braxon's picked up. It's like a little statue of a bunny. Maybe it
Oh,
allows you to read languages.
She already.
Writing here.
I already tried that.
Did you?
I did.
No.
But
No,
I
while
don't
holding
have-
the skull.
Oh.
Well,
yeah,
she's
I
been
can
holding
try
the
that.
skull, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah,
Oh, well.
Solas
So that's
would like
that's
to
the.
check.
What was that,
Solas
Solas?
would like to check that clay tablet.
The wax tablets on the table.
Wax tablets, yeah.
All right. So you go over to look at that while they're looking at the rabbit. Anything else that you guys
Yeah.
want to do to look at the rabbit?
Well, I'm wondering if the axe that we found yesterday that you looked through would reveal something on the bottom of the rabbit, but we left that back on the ship. So
Braxon, do you have a torch with you?
I lent my lantern to someone else because I've got this magical stone flying around my head.
Leva takes out the bullet with the continual light and holds it to the stone to see whether anything happens with the stone when the light is close.
I believe Finn has the lantern.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but yeah, you pull out a continual light sling bullet, and you don't notice any difference other than it just being brighter.
Okay.
I wonder if if it works.
Is there anything?
If in complete darkness, maybe it reveals itself in improvision or something.
Maybe. Does it look like it would, like it is fluorescent a little bit?
Is it?
You don't really know what fluorescent means.
Is it possible to hide a language
Okay.
behind improvision so it can only be picked up in heat signature?
I mean, yeah, you'd have to go find some place of darkness. I mean, you could easily do that. Just leave this chamber and go away from the people carrying lights.
Yeah. Try
Alright.
that just somewhere.
Okay. So Leva's going to be gone for a few minutes while she does that. Solas, you take a look at the wax tablets. They seem like fairly standard scribal tablets. But they seem designed for using this tactile script that some of the other materials are featuring.
So it's a similar kind of script that Leva recognized.
Yeah.
I just realized something. I could speak with that undead corpse if I only need a part of the corpse, right? Pretty sure I only need part of the corpse. There's a chance I could compel it to.
You want to do speak with dead?
secrets. Yeah, I don't have it memorized now, but
Right.
You
and
can do it with the illicit.
How long does that work on a corpse? How old can it be?
oh,
Keep in mind,
a month,
undead are dead.
month at the moment.
Yeah. Do you think he became undead a month ago?
Also, we melted the body.
It doesn't matter. I just need a part of the body.
You can attempt it, but like
it's not
Alt
gonna work.
said, he's probably been undead for ages.
A few years.
I need a priest of Labalash. Speak of ancient dead.
I packed those wax tablets carefully away so as not to disturb the writing.
So, Solas, you'd recognize this as the kind of thing that you would take notes on. Like, I mean, this is a way to take notes without using valuable paper.
You just reformed.
I basically want to translate what is written on.
All right.
There might be something, some research notes.
Okay.
Or descriptions of the potions.
So
Finn will
that's-
take
that's
a
why I'm ta- that's why I'm
closer look at the
tracking them
rabbit statue.
carefully.
All right, Finn. You are not recognizing the written language either. It's a very well-carved rabbit, though. It's very lifelike to your eyes.
Do I notice anything odd about the rabbit?
Not really. I mean, other than the carved writing in the bottom.
Is it possible? I got like a really terrible chance, like 5% chance to read languages on that.
You want to try it?
Yeah, why not?
All right, 5% chance.
Yeah, it's not a skill that I took points in. Yeah. The same with the tablets Solas has got. Maybe I'll get like a word or two.
No, you don't recognize that.
Yeah, it's fine.
And you can't make anything out on the wax tablets either.
Fair enough.
Okay. Anything else that you guys want to do in the room?
Are we done gathering books into the coffers?
No, because I specifically said wait until you've actually looked at the things first.
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
I'm not gonna say you just put all the books in. You kind of got to look at the books
all
first.
the books that we can get.
All right, you
Yeah.
gonna
Are
start
we
gathering them.
leaving?
Okay, so Braxon is still conscious of the fact that some of these books might explode and destroy all the other books. So,
Yeah,
what
we
he
put
would-
them separately.
yeah,
The magical ones.
What-
It's only 3 that are magical.
okay. So what Braxton would like to do is get the chest shut and outside this part of the room before anyone touches anything that might blow up.
Wow.
Why wow?
All right,
Wow.
so wait a second. What are you putting in this chest then?
Well, if we're taking all the books, right, we can take all the books that Solas doesn't think will explode, put them in a chest, take it round the corner, shut the lid before anyone touches another book that might explode and destroy all the rest of the books in the room.
It's only the magical books that would do that. So the theory is that you
Yeah.
just don't touch the magical books.
So we could take all the other books, put them in there. Basically, if Ald knows
Yeah.
around the corner, he won't say you've destroyed books.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we do the
So Lars
magic
will
books
pack
last.
the books in the chest.
Okay. So I had mentioned that there were 2 bookshelves. Which one do you want to start with? The one with just a few books on it, or the one with that's basically full of books?
Wasn't there
One
one?
with few books in them, and I will not touch the magic ones.
Okay, so you're gonna start with the one with just a few books. All right.
The other thing is we could ferry the books around the corner as well.
Okay, so you bring the chest over and start loading these books in.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna need a saving throw versus spell from Braxon and Solas, please.
One of those books didn't radiate magical, but was magical. We found a few items that do that. There's a ring that counts out the effect of other magical items we got.
So it was saving throw against spell.
Yep.
So, cool.
High is
succeed.
better.
Yeah.
Okay.
High is better, is it?
Yeah.
All right, so you start taking the those books off the shelf, and as you're pulling the first one off, this is the shelf with just a few books. It explodes in your hand, Solas. It explodes
No.
and incinerates that book and the other books on that shelf, as well as a variety of the jars and things of that nature. And Solas, you drop the book just as it's exploding and throw yourself down on the ground. Unfortunately, that kind of exposed Braxon to a little bit more of the blast. Braxon takes 13 points of damage, and Solas, you take 6 points of damage.
Really? That didn't detect its magic?
No.
It did not.
My books.
Trap.
So that was an actual physical trap, not an actual magical trap. That's something
Well,
we
we don't
overlooked.
know. We don't know.
Well, this is why I wanted it. This is why we should have come tomorrow.
So, are you angry or sad right now?
Braxon
I'm
says to Solas, okay, so someone needs to work on a spell that will stop books from exploding.
We didn't have the find trap spell, and I didn't even consider the possibility of this
No, that's
mind
fine.
flare from actually physically trapping.
That's
That
fine.
is
It's
why I
like-
told you at the start to search for the traps.
Well,
Oh.
Lever went in ahead of me and kind of defanged that.
What?
Right, so
We lost quite a bit. We lost quite a bit of books and jars.
Yeah.
Old?
So is there anything left of these books on the other shelves?
The other shelf is fine. The explosion didn't affect them.
It just took out one shelf.
So the 3 books that are in the list here that we've written down, they're still there?
Yep.
Or did they... Okay.
They passed their saving throw, or they were somewhere else.
Right.
They were on a different shelf.
Okay.
So hang on, what
Sola-
out of the
Sola
items
said
have we-
that-
So there was a shelf full of books, and then there was a second
Yeah.
shelf with just a few books and other things like jars of spell components. The shelf that shelf also had the skull. It also had the rabbit on top. Both of those items were already removed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else on that shelf has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Right.
Are
Let's
the
take all the
various
other.
jars and flasks with powders, they're gone?
Well, I'll search for traps on the other bookshelf now. That I'm meticulously searching every.
Okay, so Braxton's going to look at the shelves with books on. Is there any gaps in between any of the books, or are they all hunched up?
It's pretty full.
Right. I'm just wondering if we could put something in between books so that if one explodes...
Solas will drag anyone else except Lafdul away from the bookshelf so that no more books can be destroyed by traps.
Wasn't it the book itself
And he is
that
very
exploded?
adamant about it.
It was the book itself that exploded.
Give me
or
an
was it the
intelligence
shelf?
check.
Because
Right, so Braxton isn't touching books. Okay, Solas, is there a way we can isolate one book so we can take one book out of the room on its own?
Lafdul, yes, you're
Only-
pretty sure
only if we
the
figure
book
out the
that
traps.
the book that Solas picked up was what exploded, not the shelf.
Yeah.
then I would say that it doesn't matter what I do in here unless you've got a way of divining traps magically. There's no point even remotely
Solas
thinking
will say
about.
that Solas recommends that we come tomorrow with find trap spell since I do
Well,
not want to
yeah.
lose any
So-
more
We
of
can-
these books.
We can do that, but should we go check out that other secret passage first?
Yes,
Yeah, well-
I meant come back to this laboratory part tomorrow. Not
Yeah.
the dungeon.
Then let's go check to the area where the golem was guarding, since we haven't explored that way yet. And then tomorrow we'll
another
come back
area
and
south
look
of
at the
here.
books.
Oh,
Well,
Hold on.
Sorry.
Lafdul, you have been searching for traps and you have not found any traps on that second shelf.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I'm paranoid now.
okay,
Solas,
so we...
Solas doesn't trust anything else that
Yeah, even
except find
Laf-
trap in this case.
Solas.
Just remember, Lafdul, that Erevan expects you to use your own skills, not his,
Don't.
more often than not.
That's Solas that's supposed to do find traps, not me.
I'm just
Uh,
saying that
Solas.
your skills indicate that there's no traps there.
Solas,
hmm
we've discovered that some of the other items we can touch without them exploding. So I suggest we take the things that we know have not exploded and put
Yes,
them in
we
a
take
chest.
take
Move.
Yes, we take those with us, but we do not touch anything else.
No, that's fine. But have a think. You're a clever man. Have a think about how next time we find a bunch of books and there might be a trap among them, there might be something we can do to isolate the books so that...
Without knowing that there is a trap, there is not much you can do.
Actually,
So-
would
Well, I don't know. I mean,
no,
a person
he's
can
right.
have a suit of armor. We might be able to get a sheet of metal and put it in between.
And that
some
might
books
be
and
the
other-
thing and if there is a trap, that might be the thing that sets the trap off.
That might,
Would-
but then that might
So,
only destroy half the books.
It is
I'm
not
not
destroy
asking you.
any.
I'm not asking you to figure this out now. I'm saying have a think about it. because-
Also carrying things like that would take quite a lot of space for the usage they would get.
That's true. That's true, but it might be something
So-
that we could make.
Best option is to use find traps and find out if there is traps.
There is also my augury that would potentially divine whether or not my actions in the immediate future would cause an effect.
Do you have one memorized?
No, I'm just saying when he has the find traps. Say, for example, I cast augury. I say, what happens if I were to put all these books into a chest? You could say, obviously, it was trapped, and touching that would trigger it. So you would indicate that something bad might happen upon doing your intended course of action. So what I'm trying to say is basically augury is also another spell.
Yes, Solas?
Would it be considered an evil thing to go smash the skull of that lich or illithid
No.
No?
due to anger of his misdeeds?
No.
Solas will go and smash the skull and all the other bones with pent up rage.
All right, so
Okay.
you guys are gonna head over to the passageway.
Yeah,
it was
to
still
the-
nice to know what she found out about the gemstone.
All right, so you
Yeah.
you went into darkness, and with your infravision, it did not help you read it.
Not at all.
To clarify,
Okay.
there is nothing else left burning in that room. 'Cause
No,
said
it,
there was-
it didn't. It
It's a
basically,
flash
yeah, it was
fire.
basically a flash explosion that destroyed the stuff, but didn't ignite things. So you're not in any danger of it spreading or anything like that.
Yeah, I say we head over to that other passage now.
What are we doing with these coffers? We're just leaving them here. I guess.
We'll leave them here and come back for them.
Mm-hmm.
There was this place to the south we also never discovered. I think.
Well, that will probably have to wait until
Yeah.
next time, because it is about time to end our session. Go ahead and get everyone over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these corpses because they're a little bit too.
Ah.
Does Solas get XP related to how many books he doesn't destroy?
He probably loses XP
He
for
didn't
the lost
destroy them.
knowledge.
He didn't destroy them.
I'm joking. He seemed very sad.
Angry too.
More
Yeah.
angry.
He's just
Angry
frustrated that
towards
whenever
the necromancer illithid and
You just
Solas
need to cast.
swears in his heart that if it is not truly destroyed, he will hunt it down and destroy it.
You need to cast time stop on each book, so they don't blow up.
All right, so go ahead and
Yeah.
you can go ahead and move over to the space by the thing. I've moved Higamus and Varadra over there, and
yeah,
I will
so-
start totaling up the experience points.
Move to the space. I'm
To-
not sure where you're talking.
The
The
thing.
place with the hallway that you haven't been in. I'm shifting corpses so that they're not like
Okay.
there. They bother
Are we
me.
going in the right direction?
Well, sort of.
You'll find out eventually.
I don't think so, though.
No, we're not going the right way at all.
We're following you.
I was following Leva.
Oh,
How do you
Well,
know
look,
she
look.
knows? Where do you get the idea from that she knows where she's going?
I'm giving Lafdul 100 extra points for getting there first. That was clearly a race.
No, I kind of knew where I was going anyway.
Well, exactly. You knew where you were going. Everyone else apparently didn't.
I was following Leva. I thought Leva knew where she was going.
I didn't even start because I was other tab.
I'm just glad I didn't run into a zombie while going the wrong way.
I did notice that I had forgotten to move 3 zombies into that fight. I just got rid of them because I didn't want to deal with them.
Oh, around the corner up there.
Yep.
Somewhere.
All right, so let's see. That is going to be. All right, that is going to be 500 experience points for everyone. Lafdul gets an extra 100 experience points.
Particular class or?
Nope.
No.
Everyone
So
else was
five-
stumbling around in darkness, and you just zipped right on over there and got there.
So how many? 500?
Yeah, 500.
Oh, the extra XP was for not getting lost at the end.
I genuinely gave him 100 XP for not getting lost at the end. Yes,
That's a fifth of the adventure.
it's a fifth of the session, not the adventure.
Fifth of the session, yes. Sorry.
It's okay.
Gosh.
You'll
Yeah, the
survive.
numbers.
Does Braxon get 1 XP per bed he looked under?
No. Nope.
You're not getting extra XP like that, Braxton, no matter how often you ask.
So, I want to thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone out there for watching. When we come back next time, we'll see if more books incinerate.
Why do you torment me?
Yeah, it's like I lost my blade of quickness. It's the 0 Thacker or initiative.
I mean,
Else.
I'm not torturing you. I'm just, things happen.
Actually, if I freed that dragon, would I have attacked with 0 initiative?
Yes?
Oh, so you can instantly throw it in combat.
Well, not instantly, because you still have to roll low.
But isn't your initiative...
Your initiative modifier is 0. Oh, well...
You always attacked first, right, don't you?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at what the item did. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah. Just give us more, then.
No. Nah.
Come
it's
on,
good.
you get to use against us first.
You should give me an extra 10,000.
Nah.
If
Anyway,
you actually managed to
Hmm?
backstab any of us yet?
have I managed to... yeah, someone got backstabbed once, I think.
Was it-
I got
was it?
backstabbed.
Oh.
I remember when we were investigating that noble guy, and I was walking down the street all by myself, and then somebody backstabbed me.
Oh, it was a backstab the first hit.
It was a backstab crit.
Oh, I think the best thing like that is when you had an argument with the guy on Brow, and then you went, "I'm going home on my own to stay with my family."
Yeah, I think
And
that
then-
was like maybe...
Hey, I survived. I had to run to my church, but I survived.
Yeah, big bunch of thugs surrounded you and went, "Get him, he's on his own."
I still kicked their butts.
Ish.
I defeated most of them, and then one of them got
Nearly
lucky
dead.
hit on me, and I had to run.
When Ald said, "Let me get this straight, you're going down this road," I'm like, "Oh, so being ambushed."
I do remember that. That was pretty great. Oh, it was fun. Anyway, thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone out there for watching. We'll be back next week
Thanks
for
for having us.
more book destruction, perhaps. Maybe not.
Yeah, thanks for the game.
We'll see. See you next time, everyone.